1 win in our last 5 games. Not winning the title, League Cup slipping away, out the FA Cup to one of the worst Man United teams I've ever seen, and the Champions League. Don't even do that to yourself, because if we see Madrid or somebody like that, honestly, they will turn us into a bowl of paella and send us home. Timber went to centre-back, played all right. I don't think he should have been there. I think he should have been at right-back, and I would have played Tierney at centre-back. Why change the midfield, the right-back, and the centre-back for one player? Why not just change one player for one player and keep all of the balance the same? But hey, I'm not a manager. What do I know?
Timber, I don't want to see you at centre-back again, please. No thanks. Not for me. Not for me. Bye-bye. Go back to right back. Not for me.
Now I'm looking at Thomas Partey. This ain't an excuse. Some will say he shouldn't be at right back. And I agree. I agree. This is the whole Play-Doh analogy again. Mikel loves the Play-Doh. He loves a bit of Play-Doh. You can fit it in there. You can fit it in there. You can even mold it in there. You can even half the Play-Doh and put one half there and one half there. You can invert the Play-Doh. But moments like that show why a specialist is needed. The piece is needed.
We had a competent left back on the bench in Kieran Tierney. But no, we'll play Skelly there from a number 8 position, which is cool. You're going to live and die on these decisions, bruv. And it ain't a diss at Skelly, by the way, because I actually think he's pretty good. Yeah, and I think he actually played all right. Yeah, it weren't great, but he actually played all right.
Don't play Thomas Partey at right back. How many games do we win when Thomas Partey's at right back? What's the percentages? It can't be that good. The guy's not a natural defender. He doesn't sniff out danger. Tries to step up when the cross gets put in. Leaves Ollie Watkins. Great finish. Natural striker. They lack something. Winning mentality. They don't know how to get over the finish line. People assume you're going to get better and better every year. Oh, don't worry, this year will be our year. We'll learn from last season. Actually, we look worse than last season. And we look worse than the season before.
Some of them can't be winners, don't know how to be winners, and just ain't got it. Like some of you lot are good players. You just haven't got it. You haven't got that nastiness. Any sports team, any sportsman, anyone that's achieved it, even flipping Steve Jobs, that just sounds like some hippie that smokes bare weed. You find out he had that nastiness to him when things are going left or when you need to fight. Life is throwing at you and you need to get over that. Ain't got it. Ain't got it. And it's from top to bottom. Ain't got it. If anyone's got it, younger players here. If anyone's come into this team with winning mentality, it's gone. It's gone.
And that's a big problem for us. How we, in the last 5, 10, 15 minutes a game, not just this one this season, there's been quite a few. How we in the last 5, 10, 15 minutes and we're not throwing the kitchen sink at it? It feels like we ain't got a kitchen. Because that sink is never being thrown. And in my opinion, that's a sign of a great team, a champion, a team hungry. But far too often, I even go back to Ipswich, 1-0 up at the Emirates. We'll bring in the ball into the corner flag. Ipswich. Make it make sense.
The game should have been done. We should have saw the game through. 2-0 up at home. You see out the game, blood. You understand? Defensively, all over the place.
It's 2-0. Happy days. Who cares how it goes in? It's gone in twice and we haven't conceded. 2-0. Do what you need to do now, boys. You know, we go again. We didn't close the gap, but we go again. Liverpool got another tough away game next week. We go again. Nah, we don't go again. We don't go again. Instead, we let them back in it. Ødegaard seems shy. Didn't actively look for the ball and when on the ball, didn't actively try and make something happen. He was far too happy keeping it safe.
Captain fantastic. Gibraltar guard. Strip him of the captain's armband and sell him this window. Sell him. I've been telling you for the longest, yeah. This guy, I don't want to hear it. Oh, but what? He is trash, bruv. I've seen proper footballers at this football club. He ain't it. He ain't it. Brushed aside like a little boy. Move, bitch. Get out the way. Get out the way, bitch. Get out the way. This guy is a scrub. Get out the way.
And I love Ødegaard, but when people try to tell me, no, man, he's better than Ozil, man, shut up. Shut up. Because Ozil had a lot of problems. Can't talk to him at creativity. Allow it, man. Allow it.
Gabriel, you deserve the armband. You've stood up all season and been counted. You should be Arsenal captain. You're the leader of that group.
Give him the armband. Just give him the armband, mate. That is our captain right there. Yeah, that is actually our captain. He's our best defender, has been since the Qatar World Cup, and he's our best attacker. Crazy. Give him the armband.
Because we didn't prepare properly in the summer transfer window. Where's them 7 and 8 out of 10 summer transfer window people at now? Because that transfer window gets worse every game. Let's talk about it. Calafiori injured again, 4th injury in 6 months. That hasn't worked out great, has it? The centre-back that had an ACL injury that we put at left-back, tell him to run up and down and invert, keeps getting injured. Probably the system in the league doesn't suit him. Maybe if he was at centre-back, but obviously we've got good centre-backs.
Where are the players? 18th of January. Arteta's tone has changed. He's gone from internal solutions and market opportunities to we're actively looking for a forward. The links have come about. Zubimendi, summer. Sesko, summer. Thought it was Isak, summer. All noise. All noise to appease us. If we can sneak in a loan, if something, if some dominoes drop for us, then yeah, we'll probably do something. But even doing something from now until the end of the window will feel too little too late.
When I said get Ivan Toney, he's too old, he's 28. But you signed Mikel Merino for 35 million with a year left. Left 8, Granit Xhaka replacement. Oh yeah, because the previous guy, the £65 million donkey, Kai Havertz, his nickname is Donkey, by the way, don't take offence. He didn't replace Xhaka, so we bought Merino to replace Xhaka. Now we're going to have to buy another Xhaka replacement in the summer because Merino isn't good enough. And people wonder why we're not blowing up the transfer market. He's wasted most of the money. 8 good signings out of 31. You saw the picture the other day. This manager ain't the guy.
This comes back to poor planning in the summer. This comes back to a dead transfer window. This comes back to wanting a 22-man squad. Do not give this guy any more money, mate. Coach your way out of this so you've put us in. Oh, but we got injuries. The only 2 injuries we have, by the way, that are first-team players, are literally Saliba today and Saka. Because the rest of them are squad rotational players. But don't worry, guys, we've got an injury crisis. Okay, cool. What phase is Iriola in then? Because he's got 9 players out. And they went up to Newcastle and done something we haven't done in how many years? Cool. Say less.
18 days we are into this transfer window and still no one has come through the door, blood. 18 days, there's still no cover for Saka. 18 days, there's still no striker. 18 days, there's still no left winger. 18 days, there's still no cover for Ødegaard, blood. All they're doing is preparing for next season. But what about this season? It's okay for me to say that the season's done, but you as a football club, you as a manager, you as an owner, Stan Kroenke, you prick, yeah? You need to be doing more, blood. Do you understand? You need to be going out there and getting deals done. When I'm seeing Mamouche go to City and then you coming out and saying, well, we will try and do something if it pops up. Did Mamouche not pop up? Is Mamouche not gonna? Is Mamouche not the type of player that we are missing in this side? Is that not the style of player? Because I don't know what your talent ID is, bro. I don't know what the man are looking for, blood.
And people will see what we saw today. People will see what we saw today and really sit there and tell me, who could we get though? There was no one on the market. Okay. Certain Arsenal fans deserve this as well. Who was on the market? There was no one available. Special players, unique profiles. Okay. You lot win. You lot win.
And the facts are, this club have gone 18 days into January and not come close to bringing anyone in. The manager told us we were light at the start of the season, before January, and we're still not close to signing anyone 18 days in. Now, some say the manager's crying for help with a few of his comments. Maybe.
The money has been misspent by inexperienced people. We're 18 days into the January transfer window. We've been desperate for a striker and a winger since probably the start of the season. Let alone when Saka tears his hamstring. Then Jesus does his ACL. He came to the game apparently against Tottenham. He probably flew home and said, don't worry, Stan. Beat Tottenham, don't need to do anything. Maybe you'll get a loan player at the end of the window. Sitting here doing nothing. City are spending 140 million on free players, giving Erling Haaland one of the biggest contracts in Premier League history. What are we doing? How can we call ourselves a serious football club?
That, for me, like, you hear me? It's done. You understand? I said it was done already, but for the masses that still believe there's a chance, for the masses that believe that we're going to somehow go on this crazy run that we went on a few years ago, that we went on last year, that unbeaten run in 2025, it is not, 2024, sorry, it is not happening in 2025, bro. Do you understand? It's not happening. The league is not coming back to the Emirates anytime soon, blood. You understand? Phase 1 slot is going to embarrass Mikel Arteta and his squad of players, blood.
There'll be a day when I believe this team is serious. When I see champs. There'll be a day when I'll talk with chess, when there's champions, when I'll say they can win Prems and champs. When I see mentality, when I see a bigger squad, when I see consistency from the top to the bottom, when I see a striker that is a killer in front of goal, when I see a winger, when I see proper number eights, proper centre mids, and many others. When them things are there, I promise you there'll be no one talking with chess on YouTube more than me. But you see, when it comes to things, and I understand football the way I do, I'm not going to say nonsense.
We'll all lap it up. Oh, there's still a long way to go. It's only January. Liverpool will drop points. Yeah, and guess what? We'll drop points. 1 win in our last 5 games. Not winning the title. League Cup slipping away. Out the FA Cup to one of the worst Man United teams I've ever seen. And the Champions League, don't even do that to yourself. Because if we see Madrid or somebody like that, honestly, they will turn us into a bowl of paella and send us home.
I always said that the league is not gone. I feel like enough damage has been done. But as you saw from midweek, Liverpool are not the Manchester City we've had to deal with in the last couple of years. So they will drop points. But as you saw today, as you've seen today, we will also drop points. And that's where my pessimism comes into it.